should have put some whiskey in my
Well,
coffee.
maybe. I mean, what is the time? It's fine.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
What?
Here we go, guys.
Hello, Sara Storer. Welcome to the Sister in Song sessions.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
What is it about music that's important to you? Obviously songwriting, but music in general.
Well, I think it's just soul. It's food for the soul. And, when we eat well and we sleep well, and we live well, it makes our body feel good. And I think music should be on that list because it's just it's therapeutic, and it can be really healing. Yeah, I guess it's good for the soul, and it makes me feel better inside.
Sara Storer, what is your experience of being a female country music artist?
Well, from day one, I've only experienced good things. I've always felt welcomed in the industry and valued as a girl songwriter and taken seriously as well. Throughout my career, I don't think that has ever changed. It's always been a positive experience. Sometimes it's not necessarily the industry that are hard on you as a female, it's your own self, wondering whether you're good enough and up there with the rest of them. But it's just about having confidence in yourself and believing in yourself and knowing that you're your own special package.
Own special package, indeed you are, Sara. Now, when you look at your career so far, what gives you the most satisfaction?
I think writing a good song and knowing that it's something special. It always comes down to a good song. It's always the thing that gives you goosebumps, and it's always the thing that when you're singing that song to people for the first time, that's the biggest buzz. I mean, you get a buzz yourself internally because I've created this, but then when you sing it to other people and you see their reactions and how they take that song on board, that's a lovely, wonderful experience too.
Yeah, it is pretty cool when you've written something solid. You can come away feeling if no one gets this, at least I do, because sometimes it doesn't always float live.
That's it. And it doesn't always make sense. Leaves people with a question mark, which I like those songs sometimes. Sometimes I'm always like, for example, Paul Kelly's songs. I remember asking him once, I said, what? I've gone over that song quite a few times. What does it mean? Does it mean this, or does it, mean A or B? And he said, I'll leave that up to you. And I thought, well, cool. I don't have to worry about that now.
Yes.
If Paul Kelly says it's all right to, leave it up to the listener to work out, that was all I needed to hear.
So when did you know music was going to be your career?
It's pretty clear to me. It was at Kalkaringi, and I got a phone call from ABC Music, and I had gone back to start the new school year as a teacher. And about a week or so later, I had a phone call from ABC, from Libby Bain, who said, would you like to come and record an album? But that was after the process of being in the College of Country Music, staying a couple of days extra to record a couple of songs with Garth Porter, and then Garth taking those songs to ABC and giving it a crack, I guess. And I think the moment was when I got that phone call. It was like, okay, so I'm not going to be a teacher for a little while. I'm going to give this a try, give this a crack. A dream that I never really thought about taking on the challenge, if that makes sense. It's like, wouldn't that be cool to do that? And then when I got into a talent quest, because I was just writing songs and my mate put me in a talent quest, that was, I guess, the push that I needed to be in front of people to make that dream come true. But, clear moment was the phone call, you're right to do a CD, and then it became real. Yeah.
Very real.
Very real and very exciting and extremely anxious, because I knew how green I was. I knew I didn't know a lot about the industry, even just with singing and how do I sing on a mic, all those things. But like I said, the industry, wow, they were so welcoming and supportive too. You know, I remember, for example, Troy Cassidy showing me how to string a guitar properly, and I remember just little things like Rod McCormick being in the studio with Garth, and you know, I cut a string. Just I was probably nervous, and I cut a string with my clippers accidentally, and yeah, and just feeling like a big goose. But you know, Rod just stringing it up for me, and you know, no one made you feel any less, and they're just all like just excited, I guess, to have some, I guess, a new face in the crowd.
And a beautiful one.
Oh, it's got a few wrinkles these days.
They say that means you've lived, right?
That's it. I'm showing everyone how much I've lived.
Now, you talk about all these artists that you'd surrounded yourself with and people within the industry that were there to help you whenever you needed it. But who is the artist that you most wanted to be?
You know, initially, I guess the first person that comes to mind would have to be Troy. I was in my teenage years, and Troy Cassidy came on the scene, and I had his tape, and I'd play it, put it in the car, and I'd have to go to footy every weekend, watch my brothers play footy, family thing. Dad put Troy on, and we'd listen to Troy all the way to footy and all the way back, sometimes an hour in the car on the way to Mildura or wherever we were going. I thought, gee, wouldn't it be great to be Troy? You know, it would be awesome. He was my, I guess, Aussie inspiration in my later teens and who I looked up to.
Our industry's really taken a hit. I guess, you know, we all have coping mechanisms, but what gets you through, Sara?
I've been singing now for over 20 years. So in saying that, it's been a little bit of a peaceful time for me where I've been able to just sit back and hang out with the family. Whereas, you know, 2 years ago, I used to keep quite busy to a point, you know, I'd maybe have a barb and that'd take me out for a little while. But I was back in there writing some more songs, thinking about an album, trying to tour it, and just work. So for me, the COVID situation has been just a bit of time to sit back and enjoy my family time and enjoy just writing at my own pace.
Obviously, this is the Sister in Song sessions, so we're focusing on female connections. What does female friendship mean to you?
Oh, I'd be lost without my female buddies. Absolutely lost, because I think women understand women. And that's at the end of the day. I mean, when it comes to songwriting, I don't think between men and women we write any differently. I think songwriting is a big path for men to express themselves how they want to, without feeling the pressure. Is that manly enough or is that not manly enough? And the same with women. We can be tough in our songs. We can be stronger. But that's the songwriting part. But just as a friendship part, I think we do operate differently, and women get women. It can be difficult when you're away from your children and your family and you're trying to run so many jobs at one time, whether it's keeping the house clean, making sure the kids are sorted for school, and you've got all that. Hey, you've got to write some songs for a new album, and you've got to tour, and those windows, you haven't washed them for a year. It's just all those things. We run on a higher speed, I think we do, because we just got that many things pinging in our brain that only women get. And we do like to talk too, don't we? We are like little old hens. We talk.
Sara, who do you see as your sisters in song?
All of the girls, because you run into, you know, different people at different times, whether it's different festivals, gigs, Tamworth. We're such a small industry that we all do know each other. All the girls. You know, it's a great industry to be in because we are so small and we are so close.
I've been recently getting into a lot of Phoebe Bridgers and everyone like that. I didn't realize how cool Billie Eilish was until I watched her documentary, and now I'm a little obsessed. But do you have any female artists that you think people should be listening to?
I love Casey Musgraves. She's so funny in her songs. She's so witty and clever. She's someone I look up to, that when she writes about her family or the trailer park family, I see the humour, and I can see the humour in all of our families here in Australia. We've all got our funny things going on, and I'm yet to write that song. I should try and write it, but yeah, she's fantastic. If you haven't listened to her, she's very good. She's very good. All her albums are brilliant.
It's been amazing to chat to you this morning for our Sister in Song sessions.
Thank you.
Would you do us the kindness of singing us a bit of a song? Just a verse and a chorus of something?
I just happen to have a guitar here in the bush.
You prepared earlier.
So I come down here to the local footy oval, and it's beautiful, like the backdrop and everything. There's no one here. It's quiet. So, alrighty.
And you can get a few rounds in while you're there.
Yeah, a couple of laps of the oval after this. Yeah. St. John's is just over there waiting to come to the rescue. I'm going to sing a little bit of a song that probably the only one that I've written from. Oh, actually, I've written 2 songs from a title. Long Live the Girls. I grabbed out of a magazine. Just went through a magazine and saw that title and worked from there. And Lovegrass. I woke up with the word Lovegrass about 4:00 in the morning, and jumped up and ran and wrote this. And I had finished my album. Then I wrote this and quickly flew back to Sydney from Darwin, 7 months pregnant, recorded this song, and it became the title track of my first single. So when you think you've finished with an album and you're ready to go, think again, because sometimes, there is still a song sitting there that is meant to be. It took a crazy fate, but it was worth the wait. Like you walked out just after I walked in, but it was worth the time before I brushed your side. When I did, I felt the grip and sting. I'm covered in the rarest love grass. Walked right into your weave and then spread your seeds, and they buried in me so fast. Ooh, love grass. You wrapped around my legs, I grabbed the nearest edge. Then I found you in my socks and jeans. You tangled up my hair, I didn't even care. Then I wrapped around my lonely you. Swap that around then. I'm covered in rarest love grass. Walked right into your weeds and then spread your seeds, and they buried in me so fast. Ooh, love grass.
Oh, so good.
Oh, thanks, girls.
We couldn't be more proud to have you, Sara. You're the epitome of a sister in song.
Thank you. Back at you, girls.
Oh, have a wonderful day.
Bye. I'm going for my jog now.
Oh, darling, have a nice one for me, won't you? Put in an extra kilometre.
I will.